Starting a career in visual effects can be quite daunting, especially with the world being so obsessed with AI and making mass improvements within it. However, I'm going to be giving you some good news. We've got so much amazing content out there, and there's a lot of opportunity to get a successful career within visual effects right now. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking about all my favorite YouTube channels to learn from, also whether it's worth it to learn visual effects at university or self-learn. Okay guys, so we're gonna blast through this part. So I'm just gonna list off a bunch of YouTubers that I love and have learned from. So Kizzle Miner, G, What2K, another legend, FX Guru, legend. He's actually commented on one of my videos as well, which is pretty cool. Agora Visual Effects, legend. Just Press Start, legend. Choyin Yang, legend. Cheto Gazda, legend. Cheto Gazda VFX, sorry. CG Jella, legend. Kev Royan, CG, legend. Mark Fancher FX, legend. Faddy FX, Faddy VFX, legend. Fabrico _Chaman, legend. Raducius, legend. VFX Crew 1322, legend. Oida VFX, legend. Tim Van Helsdingen, Far Out Studio, legend. This website called tokaru.com/cgwiki/Houdini stuff. It's a good website where you can just download a bunch of hip files, which is cool. Then like loads of channels like Rebel Way, the Houdini website's awesome. Noman Workshop, they're pretty cool. CG Forge, pretty cool. I'm just trying to think of this shit off the top of my head. RMA Fire, they're cool. There's so many channels, and if I haven't listed off your channel and this video goes somewhat popular within the VFX work sphere, then my bad. If you upload videos to YouTube about VFX, then you probably got a cool channel. And now moving on to the next part, university versus self-learning. I do a lot of self-learning, but I'm also at university, and to be honest, at the start, the university was really helpful, but due to the complexity of visual effects, and especially if you're dialing in on one particular part of it, there's like 4 lecturers and that you get access to, at least on my course, and of these like 4 lecturers, each one specializes in a certain thing. So there's like match moving, rigging, compositing, modeling, coding. And it's like some of them like don't really have enough experience in everything that everyone wants to learn about, you know, which is kind of annoying, because at least in my case, like I've experienced it to be quite annoying, where I've wanted to learn something specifically and it's like VFX is really complicated and it's a massive subject that is just very vast and kind of endless to the possibilities. And there's like so many intricate details where you can just mess up, and then like the lecturer won't even know because they won't even realize that you've done such a silly little mistake, or sometimes even just too complex, and it's like, which it is what it is. But at the start, I think it's amazing. It helped me a lot, especially like just understanding the whole workflow. I think is just great. So I think for beginners, like I think it's amazing to go to university. Like the first year of university for me was fucking awesome. I think it was really valuable. But like each year that goes on, like it's not as valuable, because ideally you learn on the job, you know, like you don't learn everything in visual effects. Like I remember some guy speaking to me and he said like he went to university and he learned like probably like 10% of what he knows now he actually like uses, like out of all of like the knowledge he has now, compared to when he was at university and learned everything and finished the degree. It was probably about 10% of his current knowledge, which either means he didn't fucking learn a lot at uni, or uni is really just a smidgen of how vast visual effects is, because visual effects is very, very vast. And that's the university part. I think ultimately it's amazing for beginners, but like if you're already experienced in visual effects and then you're going to uni, I don't know about that. I don't think I could get behind that. I think that's a bad idea. But if you're not experienced at all and you just want to dive in, it's amazing. And plus, equipment. If you go to university, you'll have access to all the equipment, all the software, everything you need, you'll have access to, which is being really valuable for me. And as blasphemous as it might seem, I do not even use the amount of equipment I should use, because like right now I'm using my laptop camera when I could be using like a foreground camera. It's like, yeah, blasphemous. But I think you can also go the self-learning route, and I've heard this being spoke about, and I've had conversations about this to people, and self-learning is definitely possible. Like I know this guy, Alan Boy, I hope I said his name right. I don't think he'll mind me saying, but we've spoke over message, and he didn't go to visual effects school, and he's a visual effects director for Zach King. And if you know who that is, this guy Zach King, he's got like 24 million followers on Instagram, which is just like, what the fuck. And like he didn't even go to VFX school, and completely self-learned. He uses Blender and like uses Synthvoice and self-learn, which is impressive. I've got to ask him if he's learned anything else, but yeah, props to that guy. But like there are a lot of ways you can self-learn. Like at the start of this video I've listed out a bunch of channels that I've used, but there are so many resources online where there's like resources like that are like 3 hours long, and it's like, why wouldn't you? Like 3 hours. If you're complaining about there's not enough content online for visual effects, fucking double check yourself, buddy. But like you can really make a career and not go to university within visual effects. You really, really can. Like you could just start a YouTube channel like I have and learn the ropes and get better with YouTube and getting, into the groove of it and whatever. But like YouTube is a great way, but Instagram as well, and getting sponsors off of Instagram. Like Instagram's massive and so many people use it, and you can make money off YouTube and Instagram through visual effects, which is amazing. And AI is kind of scary right now, but I think it would be best to be optimistic unless you're a 2D artist. If you're a 2D artist, jump fucking ship, mate. Jump ship, because you're fucked. But yeah, so that's my advice. I'll sum it up. If you're a beginner, you're completely new to visual effects, but you want to learn it fresh out the womb, I'd say go to university. At least I think the first year is super valuable, but the second, third and fourth year are way less valuable. Just the first year, because it seems like the hardest year as well. So, like I predicted that though. I remember going into my first year and I thought, you know what, this year it's going to be my hardest year, because each year as visual effects goes on, I feel like it gets easier but also harder. Like it takes more effort in some ways, but like I feel like it's less frustrating as you get better. And so this is my second year of doing visual effects. It will be 3 years in like 6 months I would have been doing visual effects, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, if you're already experienced in visual effects, then I'd say just continue self-learning, because people do that. Like people make a bank off of just teaching people, but also content online, entertainment. So it depends what you want to do. If you really want to like go into the career path and have like a job where you're fully working on major movies, which I completely get. If you want to do that, it's awesome. I'd love to do that. I see nothing wrong with that. If I have the opportunity to pursue that path, then I will. But it's all up to you. And yeah, that's all for today, guys. Lots of love. Have a good night, day, morning, evening. Peace.